What's going on, you guys? Today I wanted to take a second to talk about some gym equipment and specifically what I keep in my gym bag on a regular basis. You'll see a lot of people take their bags to the gym, and sometimes you may wonder what all could they keep in that big old bag. So I'm going to show you and just kind of recommend for most people what they may or may not need to use. So first and foremost, if you crack it open, you're going to see my lifting shoes. I like to use these anytime I weight lift or if I squat because of the raised heel. So I always keep those whenever I have a leg day coming up. In addition to that, I've got my Mark Bell strong knee sleeves. They're inside out right now, but again, I couple these with my my lifting shoes. They're great for squats. Sometimes I'll wear them for deadlifts to keep my knees warm. Give you a little pop out of the bottom of a squat and just, like I said, keep your knees warm. From there, I have some resistance bands. I always keep these on hand, whether to warm up with for squat, bench, deadlift, for some accessory movements like hamstring curls, or even just as added resistance on top of my big three workouts like squat, bench, and deadlift. So you may have seen in videos where I'm squatting against bands, benching against bands. I always keep them on hand just in case I decide to do that. After that, I've got my Rogue powerlifting belt. This was a gift from Callie for either Christmas or my birthday. This thing is sturdy. I recommend if you buy a belt, buy from Rogue, buy this. You're gonna spend a little bit of money, but get the top-notch quality. This thing has seen a lot of PRs. It's durable leather, and it just really helps me brace and helps me to lift a little bit more weight. After that, I've got the Hip Circle. Again, a Mark Bell product. The Hip Circle is great for warm-ups. Use it to get my abductors firing, my hips firing, my glutes firing for deadlift, for squats. And sometimes I'll use it on bench day too if my hip's kind of cramping. You can use it with glute bridges and stuff just as added resistance and really take your workout to the next level. So that's a must in most gym bags. Then, this is a fun toy. Again, a Mark Bell product. I'm a huge proponent of what he produces, the Slingshot. This sucker helps you bench a little bit more, whether it's added volume, added weight. You are just able to overload after your main sets, and it's super fun to use. And then I also have a dip belt. Nothing special, but I'll keep it in case I decide to do dips or belt squats or whatever. It's just a generic dip belt. And then in the side pocket, I've got some wrist wraps. I use these on squats. I use these on bench press to keep my wrists straight and neutral. Again, a Mark Bell product. I'm a huge fan of what he produces. The other wrist wraps I've had are smaller. You could purchase those. They're maybe like $6 to $12. But if you are starting to lift heavy or have issues with your wrist, like I can't squat low bar without wrist wraps. My wrist gets cranked back too far. So these were a huge investment for me, and they keep me lifting. And then after that, I've got straps. So I've been using these a lot lately because I hurt my hand, so I can't really hook grip on deadlift. But straps are a great way to help isolate the back muscles and things like rows and pull-ups, as well as if your grip's starting to give out, or if you're going to go for a rep PR like I did a couple weeks ago with 315, throw on the straps that way you don't have to worry about your hands giving out, and you can just lift the weight. These are something that I feel not everyone needs. I like to use them as an overload. I don't like to lean on them too much, specifically for heavy rows or if I'm going for a lot of reps on deadlift, or like I said, if you have an injury. Wrist straps, I think everyone should use. It just keeps you safe. You can buy cheap ones, use them for bench press, maybe squats if you prefer. I think these are a wise investment. You do not need a slingshot. It's super fun. If one of your training partners has one, definitely use it, but it's not necessary unless you have a shoulder injury. Then I think it may be a wise investment if you want to keep pressing because it'll keep you safe. The Hip Circle, it's like $20. I would buy it just so you can stay safe, warm up properly, and get the proper muscles firing. Because if you go into a heavy squat and your glutes aren't firing, you can get hurt, injured, whatever, miss the lift. These will activate the appropriate muscles, and it's something we all need to be doing a little more of. We sit at desks all day. Get the Hip Circle. It'll work your hips. If you're going heavy, wear a belt. I think belts are smart. It's smart to go beltless every now and then to target the obliques a little more, but contrary to popular belief, this activates your ab muscles more than going beltless. Get a belt. lift a little more weight. They don't protect your back. People always think it's a back brace. No, they help you brace your core better. If you can brace your core better, you can lift a little more safely or lift a little more weight. Get one. Make the investment, make the jump, or just borrow a friend's. Bands, I wouldn't say that they're necessary, but I think at $8 or whatever, however much they are, they're a great tool to have. Buy one, buy two, use them as a substitute for a hip circle in warm-ups, or just as some extra volume with accessories. I don't see why you wouldn't buy them at such an inexpensive price. And then these bad boys, I would, if you buy them cheap. We're not going to the Olympics, any of us, so you don't need to spend $100 to $200 on a pair of shoes. I got these for like $60, and they've lasted me almost 3 years already. I'm going to try and maintain them to last at least another 3 more. Not necessary though. You can squat in flat shoes like Converse, barefoot, or throw like a 2.5 pound weight underneath your heel if you want the raised heel effect. So this is not a necessary purchase. Knee sleeves. These are more expensive because they're really tough and give you a little pop in the bottom of the lift. You don't need those. However, I would recommend the cheapo ones from Walmart because they'll keep your knees warm, and if you're taking a lot of time in between sets, your joints can cool down and then you could hurt yourself. Get something that's a compression sleeve. It'll keep the knee joint warm as you take rest in between your squat sets, and just keep you healthy, keep you lifting. That's my gym bag. That's all the stuff I keep in there. That's what you should and should not buy, or just borrow from a friend. Hope you enjoyed.